Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, I am very excited to be continuing my series of Ninjago retrospective videos. Of course, discussing the early hype and early marketing of older Ninjago seasons. We are doing one of these per week leading up to the 15th anniversary month for Ninjago just as a collective franchise, and last week we covered the early hype of Ninjago seasons 1 and 2. If you have not seen that video, I will link it down below. This week, however, we are continuing this series by taking a look at Ninjago Season 3, aka Rebooted. We have quite a bit to cover as the early hype cycle of Ninjago Rebooted was definitely an interesting one for several reasons. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Without further ado, let's get into it. So in my opinion, the most appropriate way to start talking about Ninjago Season 3's early hype cycle is by discussing Ninjago fans' disdain for another LEGO theme. Obviously, following Season 2, Ninjago had been cancelled by LEGO, but following Ninjago's cancellation, a new theme was announced, Legends of Chima. The marketing team for Chima famously kind of shot themselves in the foot with promoting Chima by expressing that Chima was going to be infinitely better than Ninjago. In fact, a direct quote at the time was that Ninjago fans would very much forget about Ninjago once they saw what Legends of Chima was all about. Needless to say, yeah, Ninjago fans were not thrilled. However, in December of 2012, Ninjago fans changed their tune a little bit when it was actually announced that Ninjago would in fact not be ending. Due to what I imagine was an excessive amount of fan backlash, LEGO decided to continue Ninjago, announcing its return in the year of 2014 with this famous teaser poster showcasing Zane. Ninjago fans were very much pleased by this. However, there were some mixed reactions to the teaser poster, with some Ninjago fans at the time expressing confusion as to why Zane was featured on the poster, and why the character in the reflection of Zane's eye looked so much like a stone warrior. Myself and many other Ninjago fans very much did not see the similarities, but some folks definitely did. There was also a lot of speculation surrounding how Ninjago would continue. What exactly was this continuation? Was it just a continuation of the theme, as in just the sets? Other Ninjago fans thought that maybe Ninjago would just be putting out mini-movies to promote the sets, not necessarily full-on episodes or a full-on season. And also, there was a lot of discussion, what exactly did this mean for Chima? Chima was advertised as the big Ninjago replacement, but now what? Now that Ninjago was continuing, would Chima and Ninjago just run alongside each other? At this time too, various Ninjago comics were rather popular, like Destiny of Doom, for example. Ninjago fans speculated as well as to whether or not Ninjago's continuation would adapt storylines from these comics. Ultimately, it never really did, and the comics remain non-canon to this day. Now, following the initial announcement that Ninjago would continue, things were rather dead for a few months until April of 2013, when someone online claimed to be in possession of a 2014 Ninjago minifigure. However, they were not, and it turned out they just owned a knockoff bootleg figure based off of the LEGO Universe concept art designs, which some Ninjago fans also speculated might actually be the new suits for the next season of the show, but many Ninjago fans very much wrote off that idea too. Things would more or less die down again until late May of 2013, when the very first 2014 Ninjago set names started listing online. These were very much early rumors at the time, but a lot of Ninjago fans did actually think these would turn out to be real, and they were right. These sets were apparently supposed to release in December of 2013, and we had very interesting names like the Overborg Attack, the Ninja Copter, and the Nindroid Mechanical Dragon. The Overborg Attack set in particular captured the attention of a lot of Ninjago fans because obviously that name sounds very similar to the Overlord himself, but some people were skeptical, saying that these names seemed fake and way too similar to Star Trek specifically, for some reason. There was also a lot of excitement surrounding the idea that robots would very much be the theme for the next Ninjago chapter, with some Ninjago fans speculating that maybe Zane's dad had something to do with all of this. Ninjago hype would die down once again because there was literally nothing going on for most of 2013 until early September. This month would be a big one, very much kicking things off with a massive rumor that the ninja suits for the 2014 sets would not actually have hoods, but instead use masks and hair pieces, and that caught the attention attention of many Ninjago fans who were asking for hairpieces for the ninja for a while at that point. More rumors would follow from people that claimed to actually have had images shown to them of these sets. They spoke about the ninja using spaceships, how there would be cyborg-looking ninja, and a brick-built purple dragon, which very much could have been the rumored mech dragon. A few days later, we actually did get ourselves a look at one of these cyborg ninja when an eBay listing appeared online for a General Cryptor. Nobody knew who General Cryptor was at the time or what he was doing on eBay. This was the very first look at a 2014 Ninjago minifigure, funny enough. The next day, a new Ninjago poster for Season 3 dropped, showcasing that same mysterious-looking cyborg ninja and a binary code that actually translated to Nindroid, very much increasing Ninjago fan hype and excitement. The day after that, the very first set images actually dropped online thanks to Kmart confirming several rumors, including the idea that the ninja would actually have their hairpieces. And I myself made a quick video way back in the day, very much just showing the new pictures, and that's it. I literally had no idea how to make videos. However, fan reaction to the initial couple of 2014 Ninjago set images was very mixed, all things considered. There was also still a lot of hate towards Legends of Chima, despite Ninjago being very much back. A lot of fans were also confused too as to why Lloyd was back to being the Green Ninja, with some people suspecting that maybe he would lose his Golden Ninja powers. They also turned out to be very correct, all things considered. What wasn't really correct were all of the theories that suggested that maybe this next season would be a prequel of sorts. Just because Ninjago City was called New Ninjago City, maybe they would be going back in time to when Ninjago City was first built. We also had some new information on Cyrus Borg, and again continuing speculation surrounding what exactly this new Ninjago City was all about. The new ninja minifigures were also criticized heavily during this time for lacking leg printing, which is still a critique that Ninjago fans have towards the rebooted ninja designs even to this day. And like was the case with Ninjago Season 2's hype cycle, Ninjago fans were once again discussing the rumors about a purple ninja, especially when a leaked video supposedly surfaced online showing that Garmadon would suit up as a purple ninja for the next Ninjago season. Those rumors were very much debunked as fake rather quickly. In early October, there was another case of a 2014 Ninjago minifigure being sold on eBay. This time it was the new Lloyd minifigure. Also in October, we got to see the final images for the rest of the first wave 2014 sets, with the Nindroid mech dragon easily being the fan favorite. Ninjago fans loved the look of this big evil purple dragon, and they also were speculating quite a bit about why Master Wu was evil now and what Sensei Garmadon would be getting up to. Some Ninjago fans commented about how their roles had basically switched, and they would be completely right. There were also a lot of theories at the time surrounding this weird pixel character, and even myself in my poorly made little slideshow videos, I was also very visibly confused. Who exactly was Pixel? Some Ninjago fans correctly speculated that she would be Zane's girlfriend. In early November, the LEGO Club magazine would give us a new poster for this upcoming wave of Ninjago, featuring once again Zane and a bunch of the Nindroids. But Ninjago fans were very much awaiting a full, proper trailer or some kind of look at whatever the TV show for 2014 Ninjago would be, and we got that finally midway through November, when LEGO dropped a recap video showing how far the Ninjago series had come, and ending with some teases that showed us several shots for Ninjago Season 3. Ninjago fans were very excited, and even more so a few days later when the full first trailer dropped for this next Ninjago season, which in my opinion was one of the most iconic Ninjago trailers of all time. Definitely one of my favorites. The trailer showed us Cyrus Borg, teases of the Overlord, the ninjas' new suits, the Technoblades' new Ninjago City. It was so crazy. The first full trailer also gave us the official title for the season, Rebooted, which had very positive fan reactions. And a lot of Ninjago fans hoped that one day LEGO would make a Borg Tower set. maybe even as early as 2014's Summer Wave, and I gotta say, that would have been awesome. We are still waiting on a Borg Tower set, even to this day. There was also a few other posters and promo images dropped by LEGO around this time too, once again showcasing the ninjas' new looks and their elusive technoblades, whatever those weapons would be. And December 2013 would see the release officially of the first wave of Ninjago 2014 or Season 3 sets. I remember very fondly getting a few of these for Christmas in 2013. The ones that I received were the Hover Hunter, the Kai Fighter, the Thunder Raider, and the Overborg Attack. Transitioning into the new year, we actually got our first listings for the summer set names, the summer 2014 Ninjago sets, which consisted of only two, the X1 Ninja Battle Machine and the Battle for Ninjago City. We also heard in early January how exactly the 2014 season of Ninjago would be aired. And yes, it would be a season, however, it would consist of 4 one-hour specials, starting at the end of the month. This announcement would also give us a quick little excerpt as to what exactly we could expect from this new chapter of the Ninjago storyline. And speaking of the summer 2014 Ninjago sets, the very next day we actually got to see our first preliminary images get leaked for the sets in question. And despite there only being 2 Ninjago sets for the summer, Ninjago fans were very excited. There was a lot of positive fan reactions to these early images of these 2 summer 2014 sets. However, some people were very much mixed on the Overlord's design, as the Overlord would be in the Battle for Ninjago City set, but some Ninjago fans felt like golden armor did not really suit him that much. But as promised, at the end of January, Ninjago Season 3 Rebooted would finally start airing, and the entire airing schedule was ridiculous to sit through. I remember very vividly at the time being frustrated by this release schedule. We had 2 episodes in January, 2 episodes in April, 2 in July, and finally the final 2 in November. However, once the season was over, Ninjago fans actually found themselves being rather happy with how Ninjago came back. And Ninjago fans were very curious to see how the Ninjago series would continue following the cliffhanger ending of Season 3 and Zane's sacrifice. Needless to say, Ninjago fans were very optimistic for the future, especially following that year's Comic-Con panel, which confirmed that the 2015 Ninjago season would see a new color of ninja and new elemental masters, besides just the core ninja. But that, of course, is a story for next week. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching today's video, taking a look back at the early hype and early marketing surrounding Ninjago Season 3, aka Rebooted. Hopefully you are enjoying this series so far. Next week, we are going to be covering Ninjago Season 4, the Tournament of Elements, and all of the early hype and excitement building up to the release of that season. Hopefully you stay tuned and leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. Were you around in the Ninjago community during this time? And if not, how would you have reacted to all of this Ninjago news? Like I said, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.